So I did 2 years, 2 months. I was sentenced to 4 years and 8 months for an extortion charge and weapons, gun possession.
Daru Ramsey has spent time behind bars, but now he's an active community leader who works with underserved youth. Tomorrow, the City of Toronto will hear why it needs to hire and train people like Daru to help reduce gun violence here in our city, but it's something a community organization in Rexdale has been doing for years.
I've been there, I've done it, I've been in the streets, you know, I've been in prison, so I know what it's like to live this lifestyle, so I felt like they can learn something from me, and if they see that I can change, anybody can change.
When Daru Ramsey was released from prison, he turned to the one organization that changed his life while he was behind bars.
The photos are taken in 2 prisons.
The Think Twice Kingz Prevention Project works with underserved youth who are from low-income or gang-involved neighborhoods. Mentorship is a significant component of the program, where men who've experienced life behind bars play a role in developing programming and relationships with youth. And every 2 weeks for the last 9 years, they visit prisons and spend time speaking with inmates.
And every neighborhood has issues of gun violence. And every neighborhood and every youth in the neighborhood will only listen to the role models who they can identify with and relate to. And many of those people are in prison. Many of them have been in prison.
Has this program been effective?
This is one of the very few programs that are effective when it comes to youth violence, when it comes to crime and gang violence. And that's only because change has to come from within. The mistakes that these kids are making they're either doing 25 to life or they're dead.
You're in a federal prison currently?
I've been in 12 years. I've been to several different penitentiaries. I'm here for first-degree murder.
We're calling him John. He's a GTA man we're not identifying and has been locked up since 2006 at the age of 22. He says he was in the wrong crowds, in the wrong place, and now as a member of the Kingz to Kingz program, he's out to change lives and give youth a reality of where life on the wrong tracks can leave you.
When they see us and we do these plays and we do music and they say, oh, this celebrity's talented, or it's just for them to really see, like, in a matter of a split second, you can be in that predicament. So think twice.
What do you say to people who say you're not the right role model?
These kids ain't going to listen to nobody else. They're going to listen because most of them are inspiring to be us. The guys that were in the streets and had the names and dressed in fly clothes or whatever the case may be. That's what they're looking up to. So if anybody can tell them, no, this is whack, it's going to be us. Okay? It's going to be us that's going through it now and just making the changes in our life now. And now we're fathers, and now we're realizing the pain and the hurt in our mother's eyes and our families.
Kevin O'Neill started in the program as a 12-year-old and says it put him on the right track.
The one thing I took from the program is the way we uplift ourselves, the way we learn how to communicate and empower youth through communication and through action.
On Sunday, we told you how a TDSB trustee and a group of advocates want the city to implement what's called the Interrupters Program, where ex-convicts are hired and trained to combat gun violence here, an issue oftentimes called an epidemic that some say is getting out of hand. It's a program Zia Brown says can benefit everyone in the city.
What we need to do is use the people who have been there and done that and give them the tools, the skills that they need to give back to the young people through their story.
Meanwhile, Mayor John Tory's office tells us he will be in Ottawa this week attending a gun and gangs conference hosted by the public safety minister, adding that he's also asked the feds to crack down on domestic gun trafficking.